Who's introing this cast?
Don't mind. Anyone in a festive cheer?
Jamie.
Jamie?
Yeah.
I'm wearing the least festivities of all.
I'm not wearing any festivities. This is Cringemas festivities, not Christmas festivities.
Okay. Well, I'm the only one in the Christmas gulag.
Yeah, Christmas gulag us into this.
Good afternoon, morning, evening or night, ladies and gents, and welcome to episode 254 of the JARCast. I'm your host, Alex. Feeling particularly festive on this Saturday afternoon. Here, as always, with my bro, Jim.
Cheers, everybody. Merry Christmas.
And my other bro, James.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Before we get too deep into the show, let me shout out the Patreon that makes the audio version possible. You get your names read out in the first week of each month if you're a Sandy tier and above, and occasionally an extra little video. Lovely. How are we doing, guys? How festive are we feeling?
I'm feeling incredibly festive. I am ready for this festive season.
This is probably the most festive we've been on Jar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
We've never been this festive.
Ironically, I feel probably the least festive I've ever felt for a Christmas in my life.
Why is that?
I'm just not in the headspace, to be honest.
I'm with you. This December's been just hell.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't even describe it as necessarily a bad thing. It's just been so fast.
Mm.
You said this the other day that we've all been doing so much the last 3 weeks where it's felt super long, but it's been super short.
The way it fit, when your days are punctuated with doing things every day, in the moment, time is flying because you're constantly occupied.
Yeah.
But then you look back and you're like, oh, it's only been 1 week. I did all this stuff in 1 week, as opposed to the inverse, like lockdown, where in the moment it felt really long. But looking back at it, it's just a blur because there's nothing punctuating that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's another one.
Yeah, it's another Christmas.
It's another one for the books.
And you know what I'm excited about?
What?
It's back. It's back.
What are you gesturing to those listening?
I'm gesturing to a bunch of gifts on the table.
The set dressing. Lots of
the set
naughty
dressing.
presents. You can see on camera.
Naughty and nice.
You can't really see the niceys from this angle.
Oh, okay.
Problem,
yeah, it's naughty and nice. The naughty and nice gifts.
Mostly naughties. I'll tell you something naughty. It's what we're drinking right now.
Yeah.
We've all got a Baileys in hand.
We do. A nice creamy creme de la creme.
Porty Baileys.
Injection of dairy curdled alcohol. Straight into our tummies.
Is it curdled?
If there is a seasonal drink for this season, it's Baileys.
I thought it was eggnog.
What the fuck is eggnog?
I don't actually know. I have no idea.
You know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of what someone post-Christmas dinner who's eaten too much has vomited up.
Yeah. Into the bath.
It's my problem is the nog part. I know egg, I kind of know what egg is. No, what the fuck is the nog? What drinks
do you drink that have egg in them? Like a protein shake?
You've just gone to the gym, you've smashed out a big sesh, you crack an egg open into a glass and you just down it.
Get rid of the white, just go for the yolk.
Yeah.
Or is it the other way? Which one do you want if you're being healthy?
Well, you separate them and then just chug them both.
Just drink them.
Mix them with some cream flavoured protein powder. That's my eggnog.
Creamy powder in the bath.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear. We should brew a huge batch of protein
eggnog
in your bath, and just have a straw. And then we use the gym, run upstairs, straw.
Then it would last us a few months. So every time we're done,
exactly.
The flavour gets more intense the longer time.
The deeper you go into the bath.
Have Argy monitor it.
Yeah.
Just fall in the bath every now and again. Just get his hair in it and his fucking shit in it.
He'll slowly just become completely voided.
Yeah.
But everyone will be like, you give him a taste of the eggnog and it's like, ooh, this is the best eggnog I've ever tried.
Yeah,
what's your secret recipe?
In bottles.
Yeah, like the Spice Girls with KFC. You could never reveal the secret formula, you know?
Yeah.
Do a
Who's that?
plankton impression.
Oh, no. No way. Although I do love the plankton voice. I'm a big fan of plankton voice.
Might be the best SpongeBob voice.
I think, I mean, it's tough competition. But, like, I think you might be right. As far as consistently funny voices that just get you every time, that plankton voice is going to be the one.
Yeah. Pure magic.
Yeah.
Pure magic.
We've got an important housekeeping to do here.
No. Can we just ignore that it ever happened? Can we just never mention it ever again?
We started the housekeeping segment for a reason. It's for moments like this.
Moments where I'm correct.
Right. Let's clean up around here. Let's do some housekeeping. Hillary's going to start us off. There were so many comments about this. I don't know how many I need to go through. Jar, we simply won't have it. The is Coca-Cola brown or black conversation was not adequately concluded last episode. Honestly, I think Alex knew how wrong he was, so he wanted to end it before that ass pounding had begun. And there was also, what's this one? Ian the Gamer Guy. Jamie is 100% in the right on this one. All you have to do is pour some Coke into a glass and look at it. It's a dark brown, but it's not black. What colour something is portrayed as has no bearing on what the colour actually is. For example, Mountain Dew is often portrayed as green, when in reality it's kind of a pissy yellow.
Okay, let's go into this, okay?
What do you mean go into it?
We've already discussed this morning. We had a big conversation of
At
this
length.
at length in a cafe about this, and it comes down to technicality.
It does not. It simply doesn't. That
wasn't our conclusion.
The conclusion was that I was right.
Yeah, it's brown, but it's
a rare thing. It's a rare thing on Jar where two people agree and one person disagrees, and the one person, the outlier, is the correct one.
But
that's a rare
that is rare because the outlier is always me and I'm always wrong. So like that's why it's rare. But we know it's brown. Coke is brown, but it's depending on light. If there is no light, it's going to look black. And if there's a room with barely any light, it's going to look black.
But yeah, if we're getting down to the truth of what the colour actually is,
it's brown.
Then yeah. I said in the cafe, Google a frozen block of Coca-Cola.
Mm-hmm.
And you sank our ship. You destroyed
that was a
ship.
definitive just up.
Yeah.
And I saw another argument from someone saying, what colour are cola bottles in like a Haribo bag? Apparently you made that exact argument like around episode 100 because this came up before.
Really?
Apparently. I don't remember.
Way.
I have no memory
I have no memory of it either.
Apparently it was a thing.
But yeah, I made multiple arguments on just the previous episode that were like definitively correct in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we often have sort of frivolous, like, pedantic questions like this.
I do
trying
have
to get us to argue.
a counter argument though, because colour can be perceived based on how you see it at a certain angle, right? Pearlescent paint is multiple different colours, but from one angle it will be purple, another it will be green. It doesn't mean it's either, it's both. It can be both, and it is both. So at times, depending on your angle and the way you're perceiving it at that time, it can be seen as black, even though it's brown.
Coke isn't pearlescent though.
No, but it varies on light, as we've discussed.
But everything varies on light.
Exactly.
All shade, colour, like shade changes the colour.
Yeah. So if shade changes, whatever, if you perceive it at one specific point as one colour, doesn't mean it's not that colour. It's just the way it's being perceived.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that was the pitfall for me. I was just picturing it like a stacked shelf where they're all like tightly packed, and you're just seeing it from there.
And you normally perceive that as black because of the way light is.
But yeah, if you pour a little bit out or shine a light through it, it's going to be brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are humble in defeat, but we're also right to a tiny degree.
No, there are no degrees in which you're right.
Is the dress gold or blue? Same.
That's the true question. Yanni or Laurel?
We talked about The Rock a little tiny bit.
Mm.
And there was one comment from the Joker Baby. The Rock's wrestling catchphrase was, if you smell what The Rock is cooking, I'm sort of surprised you don't remember it since it's such a meme, like his whole eyebrow thing.
I do remember it. I watched wrestling.
Yeah, this is one of those things where like I know it, but it's just so unimportant and nothing to me that it like wasn't in my mind.
As Britain, it's like our culture isn't like hugely influenced by wrestling, because America in that period, that wrestling was such a huge
being
thing.
pretty big, like 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, it was huge, but it was bigger in America.
Yeah,
it was like a cultural thing there.
Yeah.
Here it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So when I think of The Rock, I'm not instantly thinking of his wrestling like background and his racist Chinese stuff.
Tyler Schmidt had one about James's watching activities. Wow, can't believe I was here for the cast. James said he's done watching anime.
Completely not true at all. I've watched anime since then.
Everyone knew
so many times. Like,
yeah, well, someone left a comment saying like, when you're like describing all the different branches of Gundam, like a few months ago or like a year ago.
No. I did try to watch some Gundam recently, actually. I got bored and I was just like, let's go on Netflix and watch some Gundam. I didn't even get halfway through an episode.
Yeah, I haven't seen that kind of pushback to one of these hypotheticals, going back to the Coke thing, in a while. This one got people fired up.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, rightly so, because when the person who is clearly correct is sort of marginalised and
what do you think they would have done if, just for shits and giggles, say you agreed with us? All three of us were on the same side.
Yeah, but then they can't do anything.
No, they can, because it's housekeeping, right? And loads of comments would have
we just don't have to acknowledge it.
I think the comments would have been even more
biting,
fiery,
more just direct.
Yeah.
You guys are absolutely idiots.
There's no way we would have gotten away with that.
I think we would have. I'm confident that we would have gotten away with it. Because it's if I make a stupid argument, as I usually do, it's like, people will go against it because it's James, he's being an idiot. But when it's the two Beltmans joining together in an argument, nobody will go against it because it's the two Beltmans.
That's not true.
It's absolutely is true.
That is totally not true. If Alex and I were saying that Coke is black and you were saying that it's brown.
No, because that's when it's me. If I'm saying the opposite, people will agree with me. It's like, you can't win.
No, they're chasing the truth. I see what the Jarlings are doing.
Yeah,
I don't think they're chasing the truth.
No, they are. They're totally...
This is proof of it.
They're chasing
They're holding us accountable.
Yeah, for being incorrect about a fact.
Well, I
respect it.
Like, they went in, like they were taking pictures of the bottles of Coke, like it says caramel colouring, it's not brown, it's not black.
Yeah, arguments galore. And I mean,
doesn't mean they're
what
right.
Christmas present, guys, slamming us down. But
well, I didn't get slammed down, so I'm feeling pretty good.
You must be full of cheer. Do you want the hat then?
Yeah, I got Christmas cheer for days. I feel like you need the hat to.
I should have started it below that, and then as I read the Coke comments, it gradually deflates.
Christmas ruined. You've actually ruined our Christmas. Thanks.
Yeah, we're not going to be drinking any cola over Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. No, when I saw that bottle in the cafe, though, there was like a couple drinking it.
There was.
A couple tables down. Mm-hmm. And you were just like, there you go, look at that. And it was like perfectly framed, so the sun was shining through it. It looked so brown.
It was bright brown. It was
we
glowing.
Just had to eat shit. We just fucking went on all fours and just...
I'm not the biggest fan of Baileys in drinkable form.
What do you mean drinkable form?
I like it in chocolate.
You like
other food type stuff.
Okay. I can understand that somewhat.
Just not as drink form. I guess I'm kind of wrong then.
For what? What do you mean wrong?
I can't say anything wrong about Baileys. The Jarlings will execute me. They'll...
Well, you're allowed to have opinions.
Yeah, Baileys.
Just because you're wrong about the colour of Coke doesn't mean you can't have opinions.
Yeah, I can't. They've taken away my freedom of opinion now.
I'm never going to express anything ever again after this. This is changing Jar for good.
Yeah.
Let's do some topics.
Let's do it.
I want to throw something out there you guys know a little bit about. but it's kind of a big deal for me. I'm starting to sell a bunch of my Lego. I'm doing it. I've already started the process, the organizational process, because this has always been like part of my plan, right? In the kind of overly obsessive way I like store everything and like keep everything segmented in a certain way. It was intentional. So when it comes to selling them later down the line, it just makes my life easier. That's where I messed up the first time.
Mm-hmm.
It was just pure chaos.
Okay, so let's go into this a bit deeper. What are you selling? Like, what are you keeping? What's...
I haven't decided for sure. There are certainly like some of the big UCS ones I'll just hold on to because they're cool.
What's UCS?
Oh, sorry, yeah. Ultimate Collector's Series. So like the big Slave one, the Millennium Falcon.
The boxes, because I know those boxes are in the garage. So they wouldn't be sold because they're in the garage. So that's like too organised.
Well, actually, some of those boxes in the garage will be... I'll be going through them, like looking... I'm ruthless with this kind of thing, man. Like, I don't have any sentimentality when it comes to...
Whoa! So Baby Yoda's going?
I'll hold on to little Baby Yoda, because the gym gave me that one.
No, see, I'd say hold on to Baby Yoda, because in 20 years' time, that'll be worth money. Because of meme.
That too.
What?
Yeah, the meme value is worth more than the sentimental.
Yeah. So I've started the process of
So you originally bought a bunch of this Lego to be sold in the future?
Here's like how I break it down in my head. I know that buying it, then as soon as I open that box, the value's changed. It's lowered.
Yeah.
So I know I'm potentially not gonna, for every set, get like a profit in years and years' time or whatever. But I think there's enough time for some of these sets. Like I'm probably selling like a bunch of like Rogue One shit, whatever. Rogue One's like a good example because that's a movie that people actually like. People want the certain sets from and stuff. When they stop selling them at a certain point too, like certain ones get more valuable than others. This whole fucking market is bullshit.
So you like keeping all your like architect ones, or is it just that you only get rid of Star Wars?
Most of my ideas, sets, most of my architecture. It's just most of the like just guff shit. Like I've got like the Hoth UCS set, which sucks. I'll definitely be selling that shit. That's one of the worst sets ever. Like just straight
just
up.
like the bits of Hoth.
Yeah.
And like the
it's like the door.
Things.
It's like a little tiny nipple gun thing. Just garbage.
Yeah, that is awful.
Actual bad.
Has that appreciated in value? Or?
Well, the only reason I got that is because on like the Lego website, like in 2018 or something, had it on like sale for a crazy amount, so I just got it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've timed it pretty badly because why would I start listing shit on eBay like a few days before Christmas?
Yeah.
But in the new year, I'll start listing stuff on eBay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it reminded me of the first time on Man Man Boy Boy Man making that little video with like all the pictures of the old haul. I've still got that video.
Old haul?
You know, the first time like I was selling all the Lego.
Yeah, because it was like when we were in school, basically, you were just like, I'm selling all my Lego, and you had these big box, and yeah, I remember that like incredibly.
It's weirdly like just tied into the whole process of everything because it was like.
Didn't you use that money to buy your mic or something?
Yeah, you did. You got your laptop
buy like
as well.
My first camera and stuff. That was part of my motivation because I was doing like photography in sixth form and needed like a nice camera.
Yeah.
And it all just like knocked on from there, I guess. But yeah, I'm just feeling like it's time.
Because no, I remember that day because, like we said in the last video, that was the day I flew the plane downstairs. That exact day.
That was the day.
That was that day because we had all the Lego out because Alex was just like photographing it and getting it all together, and I was just like, okay, Alex is doing this. I'm throwing that plane down the stairs, and I did.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that any more than we already have. Do you think you can predict? Just like when sets, say a new Star Wars movie comes out, and you see the sets, can you predict which ones are gonna be the?
Yeah.
Really?
That's part of my strategy too. This whole time.
You
see that?
Like
I
have
can't.
no, like I have a purely coincidental, accidental one of these, for example. Like I was just scrolling through YouTube the other day, and there it was, and I suggested top 10 most controversial Lego sets. Guess what's in there? Jabba's Palace. The Jabba's Palace that I own. And I think I still got the box too.
Why is it controversial?
The real Jabba's Palace is like vaguely looks like a mosque.
Oh,
so there was like a case put forward that it was
yeah.
I don't know why it's inherently controversial, just because it looks a bit like a mosque or whatever, but it's way more valuable on eBay now.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So yeah.
Because normally when there's controversial things, they take out of print, or usually that's what companies do.
'Cause,
So
like,
it's
yeah.
pre-controversy sets.
I think we talked about one like ages ago. There was this like military vehicle that like somehow got really far in production, and they had like boxes made and stuff. But
It was an
has
Osprey,
this-
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
It was like a
but they've got a
gunship.
rule where they won't make sets on anything military.
Yeah.
So they pulled it off shelves, even though it was like done. The product was done.
So there's like black market dealings of army Lego.
Well, they call that Lepin.
Lepin?
We had Lepin.
No.
Lepin's like the Chinese rip-off of Lego, where they take like the molds and everything and just just sell this like the Slave One for fucking 80 quid with their shit like plastic and the same instructions and everything.
Christ.
Yeah.
That is dodgy.
Well, thanks
as
for getting
fuck.
me to clarify what a UCS is. I forget that like
Yeah,
people
it's
don't
like-
know what like bricklink is. And,
It's like when I say like car terms, like that same thing, and I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah.
it's silly, but yeah.
It's quite a safe investment, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I was talking to Dad the other day, and he was like, "Yeah, I heard like on the radio, like gold is like appreciating worse than Lego. Like, it's more dependable than
you
fucking
see, that's
gold."
that's the cryptocurrency that you should be investing in is like
Lego.
bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's just hope nobody gets you any Lego for Christmas.
I'm always down for new Lego. That's the problem as well. There's always there's too many good sets coming out all the time.
Yeah.
They just released this like ridiculously detailed AT-AT. Like a huge one.
I feel like
So are
there's
you
like
gonna sell your old AT-AT and get a new one?
No, I think I'm done with the Star Wars for now.
See, I feel like the Lego and Star Wars is so intertwined. It's like just like the Lego. Everyone thinks of the Star Wars sets.
I'm also just, I don't know. I've just had enough of Star Wars at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got the fatigue setting in strong.
I feel you.
See,
I like shifting into the ideas and the, the more quirky stuff. I'm really into the like NASA stuff and the rockets.
They're quite
stuff.
expensive, though, aren't they? Because they're like
Well,
proper,
not
like technical.
like
I guess
nowhere
all Lego.
near expensive as Star Wars with that licensing bullshit. And
Yeah, like, I like all the Lego sets outside of like the Star Wars stuff, like the NASA stuff, the Technic, like when you're building like a car of an engine, all that, and the architect stuff. I really like them, and I'm gonna get some eventually because it's just like I like it in the house. It looks it's so nice.
they're really
just to have
branching
one.
out like with the flower stuff and
Yeah.
the fact they released a Seinfeld set is like wacky to me. I could never picture them doing that like 10 years ago.
Yeah, no way.
So I had to snag that up, of course. So.
Yeah, they're definitely leaning away from toyish stuff. I mean, that's obviously still a big factor for them, but
I think they're trying to break into the adult market more.
Which makes sense.
I think because now Lego's been around for so long, they know that there's all these people that have grown up with Lego, but they're not going to be wanting to buy toy X-Wings.
To a certain extent, it's like trying to break into the kids' market now. It's like you're competing against Fortnite. Lego versus
I'd say
Fortnite.
they have the kids market pretty covered.
They do, but like Fortnite is big, it's huge. Like if a kid can play Fortnite or build Lego, they're going to play Fortnite. So it makes sense then to swip the demographic over to more like an adult.
Fortnite Lego.
Stuff. Is that a thing?
There you go.
Nah. There's Minecraft Lego, which I'm fine with that. I think.
Surely there's going to be the Lego Fortnite crossover. There might be skins in Fortnite.
This is the thing. Like, what would you even like sell? What would the sets even be?
The Rock.
Yeah, the
Alien.
Rock. Lego.
No, I think it won't only go one way, and that's Lego in Fortnite. I don't think it'll go the other way.
Like a Lego Man skin.
Yeah,
like the
which
Fortnite
says a
guy
lot.
is a
I
Lego
think
man.
if Fortnite's able to consume Lego,
We'll see.
Halfway through next year, Lego Fortnite. Watch out for it. Gonna happen.
I mean,
Heard it
they're
here
swallowing
first.
up everything. They're running out of properties to even like feature.
They haven't though.
Is Dobby in Fortnite yet?
I don't think anything Harry Potter.
No, Harry
is,
Potter
right?
isn't yet.
No, isn't Voldemort going to be a thing in Fortnite? Or already is?
He probably already is. If we're thinking it is a thing, it probably 100% is.
Like
a
Warner
thing.
Bros has the rights. All the DC shit has been in Fortnite.
Mhm.
It's gonna happen.
Well,
Yeah,
everything
they're
Disney-
Fantastic Beasts or some
Everything,
shit.
everything
Yeah.
Disney's already in it.
Mm-hmm.
Call of Duty's going to be in it eventually, for sure.
No.
Do you guys have any topics
For sure. That's definitely going to be in there.
apart from stuff? I've had Halo Infinite written down here, but I know.
It's like every episode there's something to do with Halo Infinite. Actually, we should say it.
The irony is, we were like on the build up to Halo Infinite, we were talking about it constantly, and then as soon as it comes out, we stop talking about it.
That's kind of how I feel about the game.
Oh, that's funny.
But you did a video for it though, didn't you?
Oh yeah,
And it got fucked.
that would have been the extra video last week, but is this the first time we've lost a Jar video because of just the video recording, the gameplay was like,
Yeah,
it was
it
like
was
37 frames a second for some reason. It was supposed to be at 60. So
But the weird thing was, it wasn't a consistent 37 frames.
uh-huh.
It would like fluctuate between 60 and like 25.
Which is, yeah, if it was just a
Sort of
constant
speed up and
30, you
slow
could
down.
work with that.
Yeah.
But it's not.
No, it's jittery
It's so
and
messed up.
horrible.
It looks
yeah.
awful. And we couldn't salvage the audio because we're just talking about the visuals, so
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's just a bust.
I have played it though. I did sit down like when we last recorded. I sat down for like 20 minutes
Mhm.
and I played a bit of the free roam. And they really nailed the combat and the sandbox. Like I'm happy. It was fun playing and just being like, oh, I can pick up these things and do all this, grapple and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So they've nailed that, and I'm really happy for that because I did have fun playing it. But it's like we all know the problems of Halo at the moment, and it's just it needs a year for it to be just a boom out there, great product with
Mhm.
Forge. It's just don't play it until then. Is what I'd say.
Yeah. I don't think the campaign has lived up to my expectations.
Yeah.
It's a good sandbox though. It's a bit fun
Yeah.
for a few hours.
Yeah, the 30
Really fun
seconds of
sandbox.
fun is like the Halo thing, and they've nailed that perfectly. But after playing it for 30 seconds, I sort of feel done.
Did you actually finish the single
No.
player? Oh,
I assume about halfway through, maybe a bit more.
You've had your fill.
And yeah, I just haven't. I've had moments where I've had like a spare hour or
Mhm.
something, and I've thought I could
Should I?
play this, or I could like watch The Witcher season
Mhm.
2, which just came out.
Yeah, weirdly, because of the single player, it's made me like the multiplayer more because I'm just more used to the sandbox.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I just find the skill ceiling in the multiplayer to be something I actually want to chase, as opposed to like Halo 5, where it's like this is just obnoxious,
Yeah,
like how
yeah.
sweaty this is. Whereas like using all the like abilities and shit and bouncing grenades around and grappling and shit,
Mhm.
that is like super fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to stay on this for too long, so I feel like we probably should just do it in a separate
Yeah, I just wanted a
video. But
brief sort of.
yeah,
mention.
I don't know. I feel like I'm like crazy when I hear like people talk about the story and stuff. I don't really like it. There's definitely an improvement, but like it keeps coming back to that, where it's like just because it's like better than the awful things that came before it doesn't, like it's not.
Yeah.
It's not
And-
quite what I was expecting.
There are great moments,
Mhm.
gameplay wise. Even I found.
Gameplay wise, yeah. I'm talking about pure narrative.
Oh, pure narrative.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, it's actually, I think I really don't like it. It's like
Yeah.
50% that, and then 50% a guy just being, he just hates himself and you, the player. He just,
Mm-hmm. You
It's just kind of
you should
annoying.
finish it, and then we should do a, as they say, on
yeah,
it or something.
yeah.
Hope people out there are enjoying it. Anything else to throw out there before mid-break?
No.
Okay. We'll see you after these. I was going to say Christmassy messages, but they'll just be normal, probably.
Yeah, normal messages.
See you after these normal messages.
Hello, this is me, Arnie. You do realise that there are Bebo shirts available, right? Take a look at the really cute shirts. Look in the description or under the video for more.
Ow.
I'm telling you to work out more.
That's not how
You should. Your legs should be so huge that I can't put my hand on them.
It should be flat.
Yeah.
The Minecraft leg.
Don't you forget about me.
Welcome to the second half of the cast where we answer questions from the JARC Media subreddit. Head over there to the suggestion thread and leave us questions about whatever you feel like. Just like Telio Ardoitsu did, who's going to start us off here. What would happen if you went back in time and gave a caveman a bottle of Pepsi? What would the butterfly effect be? This brown.
Man, I don't know.
They probably would
Kill them.
worship it or something. Yeah, it would kill them too. The sugary content would just.
What if it's Pepsi Max?
They
It
just
wouldn't kill them.
No, but it would.
It's
It
probably
would fuck them up.
the cleanest liquid they could possibly consume.
No, they drink out of the sea.
cavemen drink out the sea.
Where else are they going to get their water?
I don't think there would be any butterfly effect.
I think they would go into a state of hyperactivity if it was full sugar. That
Yeah, but it's just one.
they would think it's the devil or some shit. They'll believe that it's
They would
wrong.
think it was holy from how delicious
Yeah.
it would be.
You would be the king. You would
maybe that's what started the first ever war.
They took a sip and then everyone was like, "Oh, let me have a sip. Go on." And then they start fighting. They start warring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that. And it's so limited, one bottle
one
of
bottle.
Pepsi.
It would be the most valuable thing on the planet in that time.
And I'm
Maybe it would cause currency to be created by humans much earlier than otherwise.
Yeah,
It's
they're
either that
taking
or-
little sips behind each other's backs. And
Yeah. Because it would be the rarest resource on the planet.
Mm-hmm. They'd take the label off the packet and stick it something. And
Yeah.
it would be praise
and all
Pepsi.
the cave paintings would be Pepsi.
The Pepsi logo.
Yeah.
Mr. President. Full circle thing, and then
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I like that idea.
What, a caveman drinking Pepsi?
No, just think of how history would change. Imagine the Roman Empire if they had Pepsi.
If they had one bottle of Pepsi.
Yeah.
Well,
And how would they feel about a fizzy drink? A carbonated drink?
Actually, yeah.
Maybe they'd hate it.
Because the first time opening it, we go. Surely that would be the scariest fucking.
Yeah, it would terrify them. And drinking it, if you drink it too fast, you get the nose burps.
Mm.
And that's not the most comfortable feeling. And I feel like if a caveman got a nose burp, that he ain't gonna be a happy caveman.
Yeah, no, I think that.
That's just my opinion.
Or they might adapt to it as quickly as modern humans have.
Yeah, and just love it.
Yeah.
Do you ever get nose burps when drinking through a straw?
No.
I don't really get
don't
nose
think I do.
burps.
Yeah, I don't really get that.
You don't get nose burps if you drink a carbonated liquid really fast.
No.
No, I can.
You never get a weird nose thing.
I used to. I feel like it stopped a long time ago.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
If I'm
But how
really
do you drink
thirsty,
sody?
boom.
What's your approach?
I pour it into my mouth and swallow.
Well, I normally put it in a time machine and send it back to the caveman.
Yeah.
No, because I'm more of a just
I
guzzle that shit.
can't
Gulper.
do that because of how it affects my nose.
So I do that till my body will not let me, and then there's just so much carbon that goes.
Mm.
But it doesn't really interfere with my. I just realised it. My nose might stop me from experiencing
Experience it. But James is saying he doesn't get nose burps either.
I
It's
can,
possible.
I can just gulp it and be fine.
But I'm noticing certain smells coming back to me. It's it's gradually coming back
Like
after
soda?
COVID and yeah, tasting things a bit stronger,
Mm.
actually being able to smell things a little bit.
It's crazy to
like my
say.
own BO.
Yeah.
The
Was that a
COVID's affected you so bad.
monumentous moment? I stink. I stink.
Rip Flu does one. A question mostly for Alex. We, admittedly, a good chunk of it is me, I just can't help myself, are still annoying users on the r/FNAF sub by derailing their posts and pushing the narrative that James actually created FNAF, and Scott Cawthorne shamelessly stole the idea. Have we taken the r/FNAF trolling too far?
Yeah, it was
When exactly
unfunny
is trolling
months
too
ago.
much? Is it wrong that we are specifically trolling children who don't know any better?
Yeah. Like, at least try and troll people your own age. Fucking bully.
I would say, as far as this one is concerned, it's fair.
Why? Because
It's
they like
fair.
FNAF. Is that it?
It's r/FNAF. There are other Five Nights at
FNAF.
Yeah, there are other like. What did I say something wrong?
Snash FNAF.
FNAF.
No, Snatch. You said Snash, right?
r/Snatch FNAF. r/FNAF. Right? There's that one, but there's like Five Nights at Freddy's Reddit. I'm sure there's like a Golden Freddy Reddit. Like, just make a new one if you like want to. You know, it's like such a troll. And I tried to go on it earlier, and it was like locked or some shit. Anyway, do you guys disagree?
I say personal judgment. There's levels to it that everyone they're gonna have their own level, you know.
Yeah.
And don't take it to a point where you're just like pushing it because it's a thing and you don't want it to stop.
Yeah,
Right.
you want to be a trickster, a tinkerer, not a bully.
Belittler.
A bully belittler.
Yeah.
Which, of course, can be difficult when you're dealing with r/FNAF.
You said it again.
Really?
You said Snash.
Say r/FNAF.
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 I'm like mixing r/FLAFF.
It is hard actually. It's like quite a tongue twister.
Yeah, I didn't
Everybody at home listening to us, try saying r/FLAFF.
Well, that's a good name.
r/FLAFF. Yeah.
No part of that's going to get like pinged for being like rude or anything.
Snash, mate.
Snash. Too
No,
close to
Snash
snatch.
But we could be talking about the movie Snatch.
True. We got a cover. Just like Vibranium Donger. First timer and new to Reddit. Considering how much you like to dunk on Swindon and other parts of Wiltshire, what parts of the southwest do you like or frequently visit? I've lived in Bristol my whole life, but I'm moving to Chippenham next year, and would specifically enjoy your take on Bristol, assuming you've been there as it's so close. Been binging all your content for the last 3 months, so keep doing what you're doing.
Ooh.
Can't wait to find out I'm moving to a shithole. Game on.
Yeah, Chippenham is a shithole.
Chippenham is a shithole, but it's got some...
You got a train station.
You
at
got a
least.
train station, you got loads of coffee places.
More. There's more being built right now. You've got Costa, and then like 1 minute away, you've got Costa drive-through.
Nice.
Yes.
I still don't believe that's true.
It absolutely is, bro.
I
It's
actually
also-
bet you money on. I'm confident enough where I'd bet money.
Okay,
Well,
how
no,
much?
but we saw it written on the actual
I saw
floor.
it written like in the text that they like put on the floor.
It said Costa drive-through.
Yeah, it said Costa because I double took like no fucking way.
Okay, how much do you want to bet?
Tenner.
15 quid right now.
Tenner? Well,
Jim
I'm
doesn't
not...
believe. Okay.
It's not fair if I bet with both of you, because then...
No, because we're both using the same argument, so we got to split the money.
Okay, so that means it's a £5 from each of you.
Yeah.
If you lose.
Unless we've been done in by the people building the place.
It's
We've
not
won.
possible. There's no way they would accidentally put a rival competitor coffee
On the
chain.
floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's impossible. The cladding is wed,
We'll
Jamie. The
see.
cladding is wed. It's definitely Costa.
It'd be a better story if it is a Starbucks, but
Well,
At this
I've
point.
been to Bristol.
Yeah, Bristol's cool.
Bristol's alright. They've got a nice Wagamamas.
you can go to Swindon and get a Wagamama.
Yeah, but that's
You
going
go
to Swindon,
You
bro.
can go to any part of the country and get Wagamama.
Yeah, including Heathrow Airport.
Bristol's cool. It's I like the fact you can get around it so easy and conveniently, and it doesn't feel like a crazy swamped city like London.
Yeah.
I don't know,
It
it's-
feels like a massive town.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Bristol.
What?
We keep bringing up like mega chains or whatever, but they got a Lego shop there now. Just bringing it back to earlier.
And Five Guys. Is the
They
Five Guys near the Lego shop?
Berryner.
There you go.
1 minute away.
It's the place to be.
I'm
Cabot
trying to
Circus.
think of other places in the southwest because there's
Bath?
like Laycock, Lackham.
Bath is incredible.
Bath is very
Beautiful
nice.
place.
Love Bath. Then you've got places like,
What's it? Marlborough's pretty nice.
Marlborough's very nice.
Very nice.
It's known for having the widest
High Street.
high street in the
Yeah.
country, or something.
Nightmare to Park. Don't do that.
Let's go to Waitrose car park. Easy peasy.
No, we live in a very nice area. If you forget Chippenham, Trowbridge, Swindon, we live in a nice area.
Melksham.
Melksham.
Melksham might be one of my least favourites.
Really?
I travel through Melksham every day. It's so bleak because it's just a big housing estate. There's nothing there. It's just loads of housing estates joined together between like two shit places.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly
Miserable.
Right. That's exactly right.
So if you're going to move to Chippenham, good luck.
As far as like, one thing I'll praise this area for is most environments, nice walks if you like hikes
Yeah.
and things.
Really good for dogs and whatnot.
You got the White Horse and all these like historical bits. You got Avebury nearby.
Avebury, yeah, Avebury is
Yeah,
also a very
awesome.
nice one.
Silbury Hill
We're
and
talking
all that.
about just Wiltshire because like that's all we know.
And that's also
And that was the question too, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Southwest.
Southwest, yeah.
There's more
mean,
to the
it's-
southwest.
Yeah,
than
of course. We can only
Wiltshire.
talk
Yeah,
from
there's like Devon.
experience, but
So-
yeah, good luck moving to Chippers. Hopefully you got a nice fit. Maybe he's moving to the mega bunts part.
Oh no, Bradford on
Yeah.
Avon as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually I work there.
yeah, of course.
Really fucking nice.
Mhm.
Love Bradford. And you've got all of the canals up that way. Really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, the
Just
canals
that
are
way
really
onwards is like super nice.
Mm.
Yeah, I forgot about the canal.
Voted one of the best places to live in the entire country.
Really?
Bradford on Avon, yeah.
It must be bloody expensive.
Yeah, bloody
Bunts is-
bloody
yeah.
expensive.
Mhm.
And they have shit roads. Really shit
That's
roads.
just a Wiltshire thing, though, isn't it?
Yeah, if you're coming down to Chippenham, the roads are all shit everywhere, so get used to it.
And yeah, there's just traffic lights everywhere.
Yeah,
Or,
if you go out of
yeah.
your town, when you go back, you won't be able to get in because there would be roadworks put up in the time you've gone.
yeah, roadworks.
On every exit to the town, and every town next to it will also have roadworks. So you will get roadworks no matter what way you
And
go.
everywhere where there's roadworks, after the roadworks are done, the road is worse.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
built it worse, which means
Yeah.
they're going to have to fix it soon again. So if they finish roadworks in 1 week, in 2 weeks' time, they're going to be doing it all over again. And that's basically all year, every year.
The council likes to schedule all the roadworks that need to be done at the same time. So just every road is fucked. And you just like can't go anywhere and you can't drive
Yeah.
anywhere without being interrupted at least once.
Yeah, and then one of the workers forgets their phone like down under the road, so they have to dig it all up again the following week, and it ends up.
It's like they did roadworks where on the road you live,
Mm-hmm.
and that was like fucking 20 weeks or some shit.
It was
The
like,
road-
it was 6 months.
Yeah.
And the roads now, fucking awful.
Yeah.
Absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, there's like a carved line through
Yeah.
the entire
and it's not level with the actual road
Uh-huh.
either.
Well,
Thanks,
speaking
Boris.
Of, fucked up carvings. No, that segue just doesn't make sense. Rip Fluid has one for us. Christmas music. Love it, hate it, indifferent. I need to know.
Nobody likes Christmas music.
Yeah,
The
they
only people who like
No,
Christmas music have never worked at a job where you've got to listen to it all day, every day, all Christmas season. You want to kill yourself day two.
I actually forgot about that aspect. Maybe that's why it's so deeply ingrained in me from like working in retail, and as soon as midday starts, the weather outside.
Midday,
Mhm.
when I was in that shit garage, it was like 9. As soon as I get
They'd
in,
start
like,
at least where I was working, they'd like wait till midday, then it starts blaring.
because it was
It
mine
might
was,
be different now.
It was just a normal radio.
You really liked that Eskimo one, right?
Oh, is that the like really breathy?
No. Eskimo.
That's the worst Christmas song.
No.
Fuck that
I
song.
can't do Christmas songs. I've listened to none this year by choice, and I'm happier because of it.
I feel like a lot of my Christmas music disdain is from our mother.
Really?
Yeah.
Would she play it a lot? or-
No, she hated it.
Mm. Okay.
So then I just grew up thinking that it sucks.
And it does.
But I want to be like
Festive.
I want to be more cheerful. You know,
I think it's a negative association thing.
so many people love Christmas music though, even when it's like it's going to be playing for like a month straight at work all the time. They're down for that because it's like this 1 month of the year where it's like
everyone's happy,
everyone's
and
ramping
cheerful.
up for Christmas, and everyone's going to have a sick time.
Do you know what? Do you know what's one thing that will probably completely change you? Is like spending a month with like a super festive family in America, because they go all fucking in with Christmas. So that would feel amazing. But it's just not a thing here. We don't have that absolute festive
I don't know
obsession.
about that. But some people get mega into it. Like,
But
you walk past some of the houses
on average
around here.
The American family likes a lot more into it, and like taking pictures of all the family. They got us to do like custom Christmas cards and shit. We don't do that here. That's like not a thing. Maybe in a tiny percentage, but on a whole, America do
I'd say
festive
it's
things. a lot
probably
bigger.
more than you'd expect here.
Yeah, man. Just going off the people who have like the crazy lights everywhere, like
Yeah.
you can assume they're probably
A lot of effort must go into that, like climbing
and especially
up the
like
house and putting the lights
families
up.
who have like kids and stuff. Like
Yeah, I get it when
Yeah.
you've got kids because you want to make it. Because I remember my Christmases as a child, my parents tried to go all out and it tried to be super festive. So I get doing it for your kids because that's like an experience they should have. But it's like as an adult, I'm like, yeah, festive, man, yeah.
No. Eskimo.
Like Christmas to me is Jar Christmas. That's the whole thing I care about. That's the whole Christmas season. Jar Christmas.
Yeah, we've got our like weird little bespoke family tradition we do, so our Christmas is a bit.
It's quite unique.
Yeah, because I remember like finding out that it wasn't normal to have to wait till like 5 in the evening to like open presents.
Yeah. Because like most of my peers at school and stuff like played video games and shit, and they'd always get a game at Christmas, and it'll be like get up in the morning, open presents,
at 7.
Play the game with me at Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
At 9 o'clock, I'm already jumping on those lobbies and getting shouted at by people.
Yeah.
Like, no, but there's a whole culture around it 'cause it's the Christmas kids. If you're on a game, Christmas Day is like you just fucking go in and you can just ruin these kids' fucking Christmas.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
So
that was a
really
whole
bad,
culture.
like idiot kids on like Call of Duty.
Yeah,
so
so you can get your
COD,
kids
it's
on
COD, yeah.
it's basically the same as like free to play games because it's just full of babies who have no like income, so
Yeah.
they just play. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it taught me patience.
I think
But
so.
do you remember like the actual torture, like as a child, how it felt?
Yeah,
Like, how arduous.
horrible.
Even though it was like a small handful of hours, really.
Yeah.
When you're like a little baby, like those hours, I guess, are more meaningful. You haven't experienced that many hours, really.
I remember one
comparatively.
time we delayed it and we opened them at like 12 or 1.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible. Because I'm up at 6 on Christmas Day because you're so excited and you're doing your stocking and all that.
Yeah.
And then it was just waiting for that fucking 4 hours was just like, can't do it. I just couldn't do it.
Well, I remember one Christmas, like this memory is so vivid to me. Like I was so frustrated from waiting. I couldn't take it. I was like just losing my mind. Actually, just like my life is done. Fuck. And then like, Mum must have like noticed or picked up on it and like just went and got one each. And it was like that's just a little like.
Yeah, it's like it's like you're coming off of heroin and you're like, just one hit, come on.
Yeah, and that's how it felt from memory.
And
yeah,
now
I remember that same Christmas.
Yeah, see, it's like burned into the brain.
were you like, I imagine you got up quite early because of excitement. Do you remember trying to eat breakfast? Like, I could not eat breakfast because I was so excited.
Well,
I don't think we've ever had like a normal breakfast.
No, normally for me it would be like open stocking presents, get chocolates and shit
And
in there, and then just eat sweets and chocolate for
the whole
breakfast.
Yeah. And then now it's like, oh, get up, drink loads of alcohol. It's like Bucks Fizz as soon as you wake up, boom, and then whatever else just starts.
Yeah, I only really started drinking on Christmas like a few years ago.
Mm.
It does help keep it more relaxed, especially because it's like 20 plus people that like wind up in like a tiny little nana's house.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
you have
chaotic.
we have like the most polar opposite like Christmases because you've got everyone in your family comes down. It's like this,
4 dogs, fucking 6 kids running around. It's fucking chaotic.
and for me, it's like my parents and I. It's like such like an anti-festive type thing going on. But that's just the way Christmas is, and that's why Jar Cringemas is special.
And we got a cringemas here for you. Anything else in this one before we move to this other question from Samana Boney?
Keep them coming.
Okay, we got one of these which would wins, right? Do we even want to bother?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
What?
It's a which would win.
Yeah,
which would
fuck yeah, I'm
so
down
listen
for these.
carefully, right? Because that often gets lost in the parameters of the question, right? Which would win in a giant Colosseum battle scenario out of the following animals? All animals are in their peak physical condition, and as a bonus, how long do you think you could survive in the midst of this battle? We can worry about that later. So we got a polar bear, a hippo, an alligator, a lion, a giant snake, a gorilla, and a rhino.
The snake's gonna fuck you first.
No, that snake doesn't have a chance against
Yeah, that snake's fucked.
But
So,
no, I
so
thought-
these
wait,
are all
I'm
fighting
lost.
at the same time.
This is in like a Roman Colosseum.
I'm
They're all
lost
just-
already.
and they're just let loose.
I thought we were fighting them all.
No,
No, you got hung up on
Okay.
it. That was a bonus.
No, this is just them fighting. Which would
Which would win?
The snake.
No, that snake.
No,
No,
doesn't stand a
okay.
chance.
Why?
It needs its
wait.
environment. It needs that dense jungle to get away with what it
Mhm.
does.
Yeah, but
Whereas a rhino,
And it's a giant snake. It's not going to be that fast. A giant snake,
snakes are fast as fuck.
not a giant
Dude,
snake.
have you not seen those videos of people like picking up these giant snakes?
Yeah, they can
Like,
barely
they just
move.
go, no, against a rhino, I guess. No, forget about it.
No, the snake. No, the snake would last a while because the other animals would fight, and once they're down, the snake would wrap up and constrict it, and that's how
Yeah,
it
but
would.
then what? Then
it would get the
then
kill,
gorilla
but it
comes up
doesn't
and starts
cause.
using it as a whip or whatever.
No, the gorilla won't.
I
So
think
there's
that's
too
the only
many.
way the gorilla.
No, okay,
could
there's
win.
we've got to break
Gorilla's
this down.
fucked.
We've got to break this down because there's too many different kinds of animals here to just forget.
No,
Okay,
I think the answer's simple.
what? Why no?
The rhino.
Because it's got armor. It's like a tank against
What
flesh.
of those things can beat a rhino? None of them.
Polar bear. I say
No.
it's rhino and polar bear. They'd be the last ones left.
Yeah, it would come down to the rhino and the polar bear.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't.
I generally think
Rhinos are like the same size as a polar bear, right? Roughly.
I'd say polar bear's bigger.
I reckon a rhino's bigger. If it's a peak physical condition male rhino, like dude,
Yeah, I don't
peak
know
physical
what.
condition.
But then the gorilla has brain.
Well, that's what I was alluding to. If the gorilla has brain to use the snake as a weapon.
Wrap it around the rhino neck, ride it like Anakin.
yeah.
Take them all out.
And then choke the rhino out at the end.
It's
So-
100% certain one of the first thing would happen is that snake's getting yeeted. It's getting just fucking
Yeah.
gone by the gorilla.
The gorilla is the wild card. I'll give you that.
Wait, isn't there crocodile involved here?
There's an alligator.
Alligator, no chance.
Hey,
That
no,
thing is-
I know. I just an alligator in peak condition could fuck up all of those animals if it gets it. It could impale a leg.
Nah.
It would cause damage, severe.
It would cause damage.
It would-
but
it would cause-
a
It needs
gator
water.
against the rhino.
It needs water.
It could do everything but the rhino. Because if it gets a leg, it can impale the leg, and that is like a
think it-
debuff for the other fights.
Yeah.
I
so
think
that
we
would
might
cause
be
damage.
underestimating the hippo here.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the hippo. Hippos are mad, like strong.
It might be
and
hippo
dangerous.
versus rhino in the end.
What sort of like skin do hippos have? Are they?
Thick.
Leathery, armored.
Yeah, it's like
Not
thick
as armored as a
well.
rhino, obviously,
No.
but
Yeah.
And they have an unbelievably strong
they got that weight. They got that blubber.
and that jaw.
And they're really, really hyper aggressive too.
But then a polar bear is fucking. That's some major shit.
I'm gonna settle on rhino.
I'm gonna have to agree. I don't see what can take down a rhino.
I think you're having that mind where it's like we know this animal is like impenetrable and it's stupidly big, But I think in an actual fight situation, there's always an underdog that can fuck them. And I'm getting the feeling that's the hippo.
Hippo v Rhino.
Yeah,
Tell us in the comments.
Because it's like, if we say gorilla, that's like the obvious, like, oh, it's a gorilla.
No,
the gorilla's fucked. The gorilla's fucked.
He's
The
a wild
snake,
card, but he ain't got a chance.
the giant snake, I think, is an underdog that could fuck some shit up. The alligator could do damage that could influence the last battle. Because if it gets a leg of one of these animals and fucks it, the other animal's going to have an advantage. So it's like, I think the actions of the alligator could fuck it all up. The gorilla and the polar bear might be useless. But I think the underdog is the alligator. The snake could fuck something up, but it's mainly going to be the hippo or the rhino. But I'm saying hippo.
No love for that lion.
Yeah.
Well,
lion's fucked.
Yeah, the lion's
lion
fucked.
doesn't have a chance.
Like the
Lion
alligator
can't-
would fuck the lion straight up. That jaw, yeah, that lion's gone.
Yeah, I feel like polar bear beats lion.
Yep.
Mhm.
Polar bear beats gorilla.
Polar bear does definitely beat gorilla.
Mhm.
Alligator can do damage to the two big ones if given the chance.
I don't think gator can do damage to hippo or rhino. So
But it could do damage to polar bear, which might stop damage from the others. The snake, it's gonna get in there while one of them's slightly down.
So add in the how long do you think you could survive in the midst of this fucking chaos, this onslaught of
You see,
animal carnage?
as a cat owner, I know that lion's just gonna pick the easy target and just fucking wipe me out.
Books it straight towards.
Just go straight towards me, like it's because it's gonna want to kill something before it gets fucking
See,
eviscerated.
no,
by a
this is
polar
where
bear.
you need to think of it. It's like, if you're in there, you're going to die. Which death is the less painful? Snake? Nah. Alligator? Nah. Polar bear? Nah. Lion? Might be less painful.
Nah, they are.
Lion.
They're
A polar bear's
brutal.
going to tear you apart. It's a polar bear. I'm not getting torn apart by a polar bear. I'm not getting eaten by a snake. And I don't want to be...
Well, none of these
Alligator.
are ideal, obviously.
So yeah, the lion's the
You
easiest.
see, my tactic would be
Why do I know?
approach the gorilla, try and form some sort of understanding. Be like,
That's a good idea.
dude, we're fucked on our own, but
Mhm.
you and me together, brains over brawn type shit.
Yeah, if you have weapons as well, you can...
Well,
Yeah.
you turn the other animals as they're slowly defeated into weapons,
Yeah, like
like the snake, as we said, or
mm,
like a polar bear claw or something. You know, you got
Mhm.
options.
yeah, and ideally ride one of the animals into battle.
Why do I know?
That would be another.
Then just
good
charge
tactic.
it. Just be like just charge it around and then strike.
But like the humans and like gorillas and stuff, without a weapon
Mhm.
against animals,
We need
that have
tools and we
built-in
need
weapons.
lots of humans in like a big group to stand any chance.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
Yeah, I
What-
can't imagine humans in the wild, like pre-society humans, hunting rhinos.
Do you ever actually think about like how fucking scary like that would have been? Like if you're like,
day-to-day life. Wake up.
I'm thinking like as the prey that's being hunted by like a group of humans.
Oh right, yeah.
Like they're fucking sprinting. They got like that caveman muscle shit. It would have been like freaky as fuck.
Yeah.
It's just like
It would
man,
be.
it's scary.
It depends
Imagine-
how. I don't really know much about how humans hunted in that time. Like, what was the prey of the human at that time? Because we know Roman Empire and everything like before, but like that old human pre-civilization, what were we hunting? Because I don't
Lots
think
of
it's going to be
mammals, right?
these.
Like they would take down like woolly mammoths and shit.
Yeah.
They could do it
they could,
through coordination.
but I think
through
like
weapons,
a
through-
mammoth is different to like a rhino or a gorilla
Mhm.
or.
Well, the rhino's got
lion.
that arm as a thing.
I don't think animals like that would be hunted.
No, that's the thing. We were hunting animals that aren't
It's the food chain.
prey. Yeah,
Mhm.
we weren't
You
hunting
don't
above
attack
ourselves.
like a lion.
No.
It's too risky.
Unless you're a lion yourself.
What weapon could you give the gorilla in that gladiator fight that it could beat all of them?
RPG.
No, because
would shoot it.
it's only going to kill like one.
Yeah.
It's gonna nuke
Yeah, so
the
it's all
rhino.
about timing.
So
It's just
no,
gotta-
but are you saying that if you give a gorilla an RPG, it would know what to do with it? They would just...
I reckon an orangutan could figure it out.
Yeah, orangutan in that
If
situation
it watched
with weapons.
like a video on it, a video tutorial.
There's
on
only
it to
2
watch.
animals here that
ISIS
could fire
video or
that
something.
RPG. Out of this list, there are 2 animals that could fire that RPG.
2?
Yeah.
What, you think the polar bear could
No.
man this thing?
No, the snake.
The snake could fire an RPG. How's it gonna do
The
that?
snake would be launched because obviously it can't hold it. So it has to like sliver on it and then shoot it while laying down, and it would go
I'm
with the
picturing
fucking
it like
RPG.
slithering its tail around the...
Yeah.
But then how is it going to aim it? It has to kind of wait in set position
It
until.
will Modern Warfare 2 slide along the ground and explode. Is that Modern Warfare 2?
There's more for
No, that's GTA 4.
We'll just
Shoot
aim
an
it straight
RPG
up.
and it slides along the
Shoot
ground.
it up in the air. Eventually, it will come down.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's you're planning like too many steps ahead because you've got to shoot it in position and then.
How's a snake gonna lift a?
It calculates the angle.
So it just puts all its muscle power in, pulls the trigger.
See, no, that the smart thing would by the snake there would be to launch itself out of the gladiator wing with the RPG.
That's true, actually.
Because snakes can handle height, falling from height. So
Can
it
they?
launches itself out of the wing.
At the Colosseum.
Boom.
Escapes, yeah.
That's the 100 IQ play from the snake.
We get way too much enjoyment out of these type of questions.
No, it's the meme that it ask a man about animals fighting and it just takes
Yeah,
off.
it is like
It's just-
fascinating. It's so fun to think about.
Do you think this is what ancient man was thinking about? Like animals that
Well, no, they were
see
thinking
fighting?
about like
How do we
which
actually
animals
survive?
could I kill?
And then they would actually try and do it
Yeah,
and lose and clearly get fucked up.
yeah. Until they didn't.
No, but that's why we know we can't fight these animals.
Well, when I was into
like-
Dingo on YouTube, it's basically he'd like watch all these videos of people like check out this guy fucking with a cobra, and he just gets like bitten, and it's like, oh, he's dead then.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, and the guy that
The alligator
gets
ones, when
death
you put
rolled
your
by,
hand in.
Oh my god.
Entertaining part of YouTube just to delve into.
If you got the stomach for it, it's pretty heavy.
But no, not the
stuff.
dingo ones. They're not as because he kind of edits the horrible bits out.
Yeah,
so yeah,
true.
go down the dingo pipeline.
Even then, it's
Yeah.
not for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
Hullery is one for us. Would you rather drink 5 pints of Actimel or 1 pint of Papa John's garlic butter sauce?
Actimel
Yeah,
Actimel.
Actimel in a heartbeat.
every day of the week.
Any
I feel like I'd be
thicker
sick for
juice.
months if I drank a pint of Papa
Yeah,
John's
I can't
garlic.
finish
Oh,
a pot of that stuff. It's horrible.
What was that video I saw? I know I told you because I showed you it. This guy just actually downs like a litre of like something. I think it might have been like mustard. He just fucking glugs a whole fucking litre.
Oh,
of,
like shoe nice.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about shoe nice in a while. Fuck.
He was subscribed to Man Boy Boy Man.
He was.
He was.
Yeah. When I had like 100 subs. How weird is that?
How he found it? Because he
Yeah.
commented on one of the videos as well.
Man. Yeah, weird. I've forgotten all about that.
Fucking bizarre.
What do you think shoe nice would choose? Probably the butter, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, less liquid.
That's actually making me feel a bit sick, just even picturing.
Both, to be honest, make me feel a bit sick.
Well, the Actimel
Well-
one's quite...
The Actimel one makes me just picture myself sat on the toilet, just you know.
Yeah, it'd be an overload of Actimel. but-
Yeah, and my gut biome would be like flourishing with life. It
Yeah,
would
that's
be-
the thing. You're just
it would be
fucking
like,
invincible. You can just eat anything.
Yeah, I'd have James' stomach.
James' stomach actually just indestructible so
obscene.
far.
Obscene.
Oh, look, this chicken's just pink. Continues to eat it.
Dude.
Fine.
This chicken has ice in the middle of it. It just consume.
Yeah, and I was fine. I've never had food poisoning. I've never actually
That
had
is
food
crazy to me.
poisoning.
Yeah.
Because I've had it a couple times and it sucks.
There's been a point where I've been looking at food when I'm eating it. I'm like, yeah, this seems like it would conquer the normal man, but I keep eating it and I'm fine.
Let's do 2 more here. We got this one, which is more for you here, James.
Oh, no.
Giorno Pizza. Touching on the conversation from a few episodes ago, I was a very picky eater when I was a child. I believe it has to do with my mother yelling at me during dinner time for not eating specific foods, and also her making me stay at the table, all kinds of bad parenting. This, I believe, created my severe gag reflex, but all these new kinds of foods would instantly make me feel like I was going to vomit. It was so bad when I was younger that the only fruit I ate was apples and the only vegetables I ate was carrots. I've overcome it now just through a series of exploration in the food world, slowly trying new cuisines from different cultures and such on my own time with no pressure or stress, expanding my tastes and continuing to eat things I could tolerate even if I didn't like them, so the taste could become normal. I've been extremely self-conscious of my pickiness, especially on dates and such. I always felt awful about being the person that had to be planned around when my family would choose restaurants. Thankfully, I'm in college now, and that's practically all behind me. I'm curious as to what James has done to get himself through picky eating, which he seems to have at least somewhat overcome. I'm also curious if anyone else on the cast has experienced this kind of thing. What kind of advice would James have on the subject?
My advice is nothing constructive and it won't work for no one, but I just did it. I was just like, well, it's like I overcame the mental.
Spark, though?
Hot food. Spicy sauces is just like, because if you've never had spice, the idea of a really hot thing is like, oh no. But I was just like, okay, habanero, let's go. And then it's just like, oh, this shit's fucking good. And then it's buying more. And then it was just like, oh, I'm making veg. I hate veg. Slap loads of fucking hot sauce on it and it just becomes edible.
Sauces and seasonings and stuff.
Yeah. This garlic pepper you can get in like bags. You sprinkle it, like, don't like broccoli, garlic pepper. It doesn't make it unhealthy, but it makes it taste good.
Yeah.
It's just making the things that you've never liked
nicer.
Yeah, and then you will just eat them.
Yeah.
It's just a natural way to explore food, is to just kind of little bits at a time.
And I never felt pressured by my parents to eat certain foods. I mean, obviously it was like, eat your veg sort of thing, but I think actively try to sort of, like, when making spaghetti bolognese, there wouldn't be chunks of carrot and stuff. It would be all blended. So there's all this good stuff in there that I was eating without even knowing it.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really smart way to do it, because then you grow up and you're like, you've been eating carrots your whole life. At this point, eating carrots, no big deal. Eating broccoli, no big deal. Eating beans, no big deal.
Yeah, but I've also discovered, even as an adult, with things like I traditionally have never liked, you can just overcome it by just forcing yourself to have it, and eventually you just start liking it.
No, yeah, it's the mental like block in your mind.
For me, I have that relationship with ginger. I was so disgusted by ginger until a few years ago, where I just kept like consuming it, and now I actually like the flavor and I like the anti-inflammatory nature of it. It just makes you feel good. Like the pros are too pro for me to deny that initial strong taste.
Also, another thing, but I don't. This might just be me. The start was coffee, because coffee is disgusting. But then you start drinking it for that energy, and then it's like, oh fuck.
There are certain extreme things, aren't there? It's like olives and coffee and spicy things, kind of all extremes that aren't related to sweetness in any way. That's quite a good way of, because when you're like a kid, that's what you're chasing. It's just sweetness all the time. You just want sweet things. You want fruit. You want fucking sweet soda.
Thinking about it now, though, I don't think there's any foods or vegetables or whatever that I can't eat. Because my least favourite things are courgette.
I fucking hate courgette.
Eggplant. And this will probably piss quite a few people off, because it's quite an unbased food take. But I don't really like sweet potato.
I don't either.
Okay. Those three things you listed, in my mind, they can be really nice or like proper gross and shit.
Courgette, really nice? That's one where I've never been able to have it in a form that I don't despise. But if there's an amount of it on my plate, I will eat it. Because I know, like, it's, my body appreciates it.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to deny my body something that is good for it.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm the reverse of a fussy eater.
Yeah, I'm not fussy no more. Because as we confirmed last week, when we made nachos,
No, that confirmed the opposite. That fucking
Yeah.
that fuck.
We still had a good time. Okay. Okay, I don't like refried beans. What? I can't help it.
You're actually anti-bean right now.
No, I like beans because I had beans because we had beans the week before.
They were refried.
Yeah, but it's a gunk. It's not bean. It's a gunk. It's a paste.
All refried beans
So
are
if you
gunk.
made it with
Yeah, I don't like refried beans. I just like beans.
like kidney
but-
beans.
Yeah,
But the
kidney beans are
we
fucking
had
great.
were refried. The gunk.
No, the week before we didn't. We had the beans. We had kidney beans. In the
And
enchiladas.
that hella fresh thing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was refried in there.
There wasn't refried in there.
Pretty sure there
I
was.
didn't have it.
That
so-
were
pretty sure there
beans,
was.
bro.
Pretty sure there was.
Fucking
Beans on
refried
beans.
bean, bitch.
Let's end on this one from Review Tech Brooklyn 99. Any fellow Jarlings remember how Alex would regularly make up questions along with usernames when it
Yep.
came to the Reddit section of early JARCasts? I hadn't noticed it at first, but after hearing Alex confess this in an episode and then revisiting an early episode, it's surreal. I think one of the names he made up was along the lines of Zizu Zum Bum Zimmy Zammy.
I
Why
do
did Alex
remember that
do
one.
this? Do you think that other members knew he was doing this?
No.
I don't think I had any idea.
It became like a game for me.
Yeah. To see how far you could push
To
it.
see, yeah, because sometimes like there wouldn't even be a question, and I would make up the question and the name, just to see like if he'd ever figure it out. But
Why would we?
yeah, exactly. Which was like its own little joke for me, which I didn't even care about if anyone twigged on, because it just got funnier and funnier.
But like, what questions would you come up with?
Things he
we-
could answer.
And was it questions?
It was like if I wanted to do a blab about like poo, I'd just make up something.
Oh yeah, yeah. But so you'd think of the question and then do the episode. You wouldn't just come up with something on the fly.
Oh, I did both.
Fucking hell!
It's all fake. Jar Media is just fake. It's all Alex.
It adds to the kind of chaos, the mystery, you know.
Yeah, it's certainly mysterious.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could,
Yes.
imagine if that was the reveal, like.
There's
250
there's no
episodes.
Reddit.
No one's ever commented. It's actually just me doing all of it.
Or you took it even further and have made like hundreds of Reddit accounts,
Mhm.
all active in different Reddits. Like that's what you do. Fucking 12 hours a day.
I watched a crazy true crime video on YouTube about that sort of thing.
Mm.
With this guy, he made like 5 different DeviantArt accounts and managed to like trick someone into attempting to murder him.
What?
It's crazy.
To what end? To be murdered?
He wanted to die.
Right.
This guy wanted to die, so he made these like different accounts and like just manipulated his friend to get him to stab him.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And it worked. He didn't die. He got stabbed though.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's
That's a very, very convoluted way to stab yourself. Just try and open a toothpaste packet with a knife facing towards you. That works.
On that note, I think we're done here, boys.
Oh well, I wish it could be Christmas every day.
Oh, no.